Hey guys, it's Shay, and today I want to talk about the other American Civil Wars. Because we all know about the North versus the South, but not many know about Shay's Rebellion. Imagine it's the 1780s. America was still fresh out the oven like a hot loaf of freedom bread. The American government has a sick, new, cool, ridiculous piece of paper called the Articles of Confederation that ties all the United States together into something akin to a homunculus of a nation where all the states had one vote each and they met up all at one United States frat house and talked about the country and shit. But their frat house Riz party had no group leader and no party foul police. The Articles of Confederation did not work well in practice because the federal government could only decide what the value of money was but could not control how the states would tax. Since there was no regulating taxes by the federal government, the states had their own taxes imposed individually. And you also have to remember that these states had just gotten out of a war with the British, so these states are in more debt than Bruno Mars in Vegas. So then a bunch of farmers in Massachusetts, led by a veteran of the Revolutionary War named Daniel Shays, were a bit pissed no urine. Why is that, you ask? They didn't like that the Massachusetts courts were taking away their farms, all because that they couldn't pay the high taxes imposed upon them from the Massachusetts government. It was like having your car repossessed halfway to the mall because the previous owner wrote up a new contract that said you have to pay 10 times more on your car's mortgage, and now you gotta hitchhike or walk for 45 minutes, which is pretty inconvenient and quite embarrassing. And instead of solving things over a nice cup of good old American Joe, Shay and his rebels decided to shut down the courts, because that's what you do. When you're unhappy with something, you stop it from working. It's like when you cancel your gym membership because it's not making you hot. I mean, after all, it is Jim's fault for not being able to give me rhinoplasty. Nonetheless, in Shay and his rebels' minds, the America that they had just created had started acting like the British. To them, it was like breaking up with a bad Pookie Bear, only to start dating someone exactly like the previous Pookie Bear, except this time with less tea and more guns. The American government, of course, didn't give a shit about this whole rebellion thing, so they just sent in some soldiers to have a little chat with these angry farmers. Long story short, the rebellion didn't end well for Daniel Shays and his pals. They were defeated, with casualties on Shay's side being 6 killed, dozens wounded, and many arrested, and 2 executed by hanging. And I know you're thinking, were these 2 guys that were hanged like Shay or some other big players in the rebellion? And to that question, your answer is no. They were just like randos, bro. They were straight up NPCs that got caught stealing and got hung for it. On the American government side, though, it was 3 killed and dozens wounded. And in the end, for the American government side, Shay's rebellion was this wake-up call for the founding fathers. They were like, oh wow, we need a government that can actually do stuff like, like stop people from literally rebelling. Maybe we need something stronger than this Articles of Confederation thing. Like, I don't know, a constitution?
When I was 16, I won a great victory.
And bam, the United States Constitution was born. But from Shay's rebellion side, it was like trying to organize a surprise party, but it ends up being a surprise for you when the police show up because Daniel decided to do an 8-ball and jump off the roof like he was fucking Superman. Subscribe for Rump Shaker. 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 Subscribe for Rump Shaker.